You may be familiar with the concept of goal setting. Perhaps you've heard of visualization and the power of putting your goals in writing. But ask yourself, when was the last time that you set yourself a goal that truly was the main thing that you wanted to achieve, and you persisted in doing whatever it takes to achieve this, and ultimately finished successful and walked away having achieved what you set out to achieve? Perhaps you are familiar with all of these things, and you have set yourself goals in the past and attained them. In this video, I want to share with you a lesson from one of the most influential, inspiring person of the 20th century, and remains to be so to this day. Bruce Lee barely needs to be introduced. You and I both know exactly who he is. A martial artist, a philosopher, a Hollywood actor, and a hero to many hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. But Bruce did not start as any of these things. He is the perfect example of someone who had a clear vision of what he wanted to do and where he wanted to be, and he knew how to make this vision into a reality. The following is an extract from a letter that Bruce wrote to a close family friend, Pearl. When you drop a pebble into a pool of water, the pebble starts a series of ripples that expand until they encompass the whole pool. This is exactly what will happen when I give my ideas a definite plan of action. Right now, I can project my thoughts into the future. I can see ahead of me. I dream. Remember that practical dreamers never quit. I may now own nothing but a little place down in basement, but once my imagination has got up to a full head of steam, I can see painted on a canvas of my mind a picture of a fine, big 5 or 6 story Gong Fu institute with branches all over the states. I am not easily discouraged. Readily visualize myself as overcoming obstacles, winning out over setbacks, achieving impossible objectives. Despite being only 21 when he wrote this letter, he was intellectually so much further ahead than his peers. He understood the true power of goal setting and how to do it effectively. He knew that setting an exact, tangible goal would enable him to create a clear map detailing the steps necessary to achieve this. He knew that a positive mindset and unwavering discipline is essential to achieve your dreams. In 1969, Bruce wrote another letter, but this time it was addressed to nobody but himself. At this time, Bruce was teaching martial arts and landing some smaller roles in films such as Marlowe and Here Comes the Bride and Blondie. But this was not his ultimate destiny, and he knew this. My definite chief aim. I, Bruce Lee, will be the first highest paid Oriental superstar in the United States. In return, I will give the most exciting performances and render the best of quality in the capacity of an actor. Starting 1970, I will achieve world fame, and from then onward till the end of 1980, I will have in my possession $10 million. I will live the way I please and achieve inner harmony and happiness. Bruce Lee, January 1969. 4 years later, in 1973, Bruce Lee tragically and unexpectedly died. At the time of his death, Bruce Lee was worth approximately $10 million, and he was the highest paid, most famous Oriental superstar in the United States, and this is a legacy that he retains to this day. Bruce Lee passed away at only 32 years old. His story is tragic, yet wholly inspirational in one foul swoop. Bruce Lee had a dream. It was a big dream, almost ridiculously big. The things that he wanted were unimaginable. No sane person would have told him that it's a likely thing that he would be able to achieve this. But despite all of that, he did it in only 4 years. But he didn't just set an abstract idea of sort of what he wanted to do. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, where he wanted to be, how much money he wanted to make. He put it in writing, and he transcended as the hero of his own story. So ask yourself, what is your definite chief aim? And what do you have to do to achieve this?
Yeah.